Welcome to my page, everyone. Coming for the first time on this page, please do not hesitate to subscribe to my channels and also follow my pages on other social media channels like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, and other social media channels. Thanks for coming. Now we are still on geometry. Geometry is the study of the properties of shapes, and it's all about plane and circle theorems. So we're going to be talking about theorems, plane and circle theorems. So we are starting with plane geometry. And also take note that we have theorems and axioms. So we shall discuss the difference between axioms and theorems in this video. Now, what is the difference between theorems and axioms? Theorems are mathematical facts whose provings are necessary or required. But axioms are also facts, that is, mathematical facts whose provings are not necessary. So there are about 38 theorems / axioms that we shall be covering in this topic. 1. Angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees, that is supplementary. Now, in this diagram, we can see that A and B are adjacent angles on a straight line, and they add up to 180 degrees. That is, A plus B equals 180 degrees. Welcome back to my page, everyone. Coming for the first time on this page, please do not hesitate to follow my page on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, and other social media channels, including Instagram. Now we are on geometry, covering about 38 theorems / axioms. Now we want to solve this question. Find the size of the angle marked x degrees in the figure below. You are given AOD as a straight line. Angle COD is given as 90 degrees. And the angle AOB is given as 48 degrees. Find the size of the angle marked x degrees. So far we are given AOD as a straight line. So you can apply the first theorem, which is theorem 1, stating that angles on a straight line are supplementary, that is, they add up to 180 degrees. That means you simply add all the angles together and equate them to 180 degrees. Adding up 48 degrees and 90 degrees gives you 138 degrees. The next step is to collect the like terms. Transfer 138 degrees to the right-hand side of the equation, and it changes to minus 138 degrees. So 180 degrees minus 138 degrees gives you 42 degrees. Now let's move to theorem 2, which states that angles at the point add up to 360 degrees. Welcome back to my page, everyone. Coming for the first time on this page, do not forget to subscribe to my channels and follow my pages on other social media channels like Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, and other social media channels. Thanks for coming. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 360 degrees as they surround a point. This is theorem 2. So let's do an example on that. To find the size of the angle marked K, simply add all the angles together and equate the sum to 360 degrees, stating the theorem, that is theorem 2. Angles at the point add up to 360 degrees. That is 63 degrees plus K plus 127 degrees plus 90 degrees. This is angle 90 degrees, that is right angle. Everything added up to 360 degrees. Adding up 63 degrees to 127 degrees gives us 190 degrees. And then adding 190 degrees to 90 degrees gives us 280 degrees. Now collect the like terms by transferring plus 280 to the other side of the equation, and that gives you minus 280 degrees. And the 360 degree minus 280 degree gives us 80 degrees. In my next video, I will explain theorem 3, which is about vertically opposite angles. The theorem states that vertically opposite angles are equal. Welcome back to my page, everyone. Coming on this page for the first time, you are most welcome. Please do not hesitate to follow my page on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, and some other social media channels like TikTok. Now we are on geometry, theorems and axioms. Theorem 3 states that vertically opposite angles are equal, meaning that the angle at the top here equals the angle at the bottom, that is angle A will be equal to angle B, and angle C equals angle D. For example, angle B is vertically opposite 58 degrees. That is, B is equal to 58 degrees. Note that angle A and angle B are on a straight line. They are on the same straight line. So we can use angles on a straight line as supplementary. And angle B is 58 degrees. Collecting the like terms, we transfer plus 58 degrees to the right side of the equation. And that gives us A equals 180 degrees minus 58 degrees. And angle A is 122 degrees. Now, angle A is 122 degrees, and that means angle C is equal to 122 degrees. That is, vertically opposite angles are equal. In my next video, I will explain theorem 4, stating that sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. Welcome back, everyone, to my page. Are you coming for the first time on this page? Please do not hesitate to subscribe to my channel and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, and some other social media platforms. Thanks for coming. We are still on geometry. We are covering about 38 theorems and axioms in geometry. Now we are on theorem 4. Theorem 4 states that if two or more parallel lines are drawn with a transverse drawn across, then we have the following three conditions. Alternate angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, and the halide angles are supplementary. So we will explain this using a diagram. This line is the line called transversal or transverse, the line drawn across parallel lines. Now, following the conditions, alternate angles are equal. Looking at the diagrams, we have angle C being alternate to angle E, and also angle D being alternate to angle F. Condition 2, angle B corresponds to F, and angle C will correspond to the angle here. Let's say we're having G here. Also, angle A will correspond to angle E, and angle D will correspond to angle H. And also, angle C plus angle F will be equal to 180 degrees, as they are halide angles. That is, angle C and angle F are halide. And also, angle D plus angle angle D plus angle E will be equal to 180 degrees. And the reason is allied angles are supplementary. In my next video, we will do some examples to explain this theorem, that is theorem 4. Thanks for watching.